Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. As you see me behind myself, this is what it'd be if I was on a laptop just kind of doing them, right? Just doing it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Let's get that music back up and running into the movement. Shout out to everybody here on this Wednesday. Beautiful day to be alive. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. We're going to put the lemon into the water. I got to get a lemon guard. I'm going to get a lemon guard, literally, for the top of my jar here, so when the lemon squeezes, it doesn't ruin all my clothes. I'm going to go to the dry cleaners and get back. Why do you have lemon all over yourself? Every single shirt, every single suit. You're a lemon man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Feeling good, feeling great. I'm happy to be here with each and every one of you. Let's take a big sip of that lemon. Let's stay hydrated. Let's feel good. Let's get it going. Is everybody okay? That sounded like World War III. And you don't just drink the lemon, the honey. Shout out to Be Well Honey, 54 Manquan Street. Be Well. Drink honey every single day out of Pembroke, Mass. We love you, Be Well. We have your honey every day. Gets us ready for the spring, so we never have allergies because we drink your honey throughout the wintertime, which is basically acclimating us to the pollens and the things that we'll be seeing later on in the springtime. So that's why you eat honey in. So if you suffer from allergies and you're not eating honey during the winter, well, that's probably why. You know what I mean? You're not taking care of precautionary reasons to stop those allergies. Let's break down Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. I have a bunch of things I wanted to talk about and discuss. All right. This morning, all right, I saw more likely that the 1 hour is going to roll over on us to the downside. So let's break it down. I looked at the 7 minute and I said, there's a chance that we make the shoulder head in our right shoulder, right? There was a chance. But to me, more likely that the 1 hour was going to rip us to the downside. Look at the 1 hour. I'm going to show you. The measured move of had we broken out was to here. But if you watch, and I'm not trying to cover my butt, if you watch my live stream, I was saying this is a bear flag. That's an M pattern right there, right? So this morning I made an update. I said that's an M. M's like to break you down. I said you lost a point of control. It said it's highly likely once you lose a point of control, you're going to your next high volume node, 22,700. You break that, you're coming back into this area at 22,001, this area. So it's looking more likely that we do go here. However, it could be a bear squeeze, a bear trap. We'll see. We will see. We will see. But right off the bat, Bitcoin kind of doing what I thought it would be doing. And the insurance short continuing to play out. If you watched my live stream yesterday, I talked about opening up an insurance short that would begin to play out. In my humble opinion, people were trying to say we held the position. In my mind, we had lost this position a while back. We barely retested it. That was the time to short. Once you lost a point of control, you open up a short. Pretty simple to me. All right. We take a look at our 4 hour time frame. I'm bullish as long as we remain above the 200 SMA. We switch to on the other side of this, everything will change for me. Everything will change. Another thing is this is a shoulder, kind of a head and a right shoulder. Even though it wasn't perfect, I looked at it as such, possible three peaks, 3 peaks. So here we go. Let's take a look at our 1 hour time frame as it's pinning the 4 hour. But you could see, whenever I wake up in the morning and the 1 hour is curving down, likely we're going to get it done. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. That's just what's likely going to occur. And we've been getting bullish divergences, but they've been just getting kind of pushed off. So like we had a bullish divergence here, a bullish divergence here. This was a double bullish divergence. Actually, hold on one second. Right here. Started here. See how that's a downtrend, but it's not nearly as sharp down as that one. See that? To me, that was a Class C divergence. We did get the boom, but we couldn't get above resistance. And you can see there's clear resistance at 24,250 now. Bing, bing. We did a double top. That's an M pattern. M's break to the downside. Had you seen this M, and if you didn't know how to see the M, you would have been in my trading group. We would have given you the M. So people want to know, where are we going? What's going to happen? This is the channel to come to find out where live price action is going to go. There's other great channels for analysis. To me, this is the channel for live price action. Where are we going? And honestly, they're doing it again to us. Hard to see what's happening to price action without diving into the 1 second chart. There was no shape that I could find without using the 1 second. I don't want to use the 1 second, but this is kind of what they're pushing us for. Look, even here, barely see a flag. You can barely see a flag on the 30-second chart. When you're moving this fast in the 1 minute and you're going straight down, you got to use some type of time frame to find positioning. So bearishly retesting to the downside. This looks like you're going to continue to dump. Measured move here at 23,585. All right. There's a double bottom there. Attempting to hold the zone, but I mean, that's messy. And I don't like the 1 second at all. We do it for fun here and there just to kind of track price action. You got another resistance now forming at 23,700. And Bitcoin's getting a major sell-off right now on the market. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. And we'll square you away with looking at where the liquidity zone is. But right now, we have another resistance now for Bitcoin at 23,700. If you can't get back above that, expect more downside. It looks like we're going to 23,005. All right. And this was also obvious by the daily divergence. There was a bearish divergence on the daily time frame that I pointed out 2 or 3 days ago. We also went on a huge rally. The green index was also getting pretty high, right? Time to take some profito, right? If you're in a big trade, if you're swinging, probably a good time to take some profits, right? Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I'm just a guy that loves the charts, so passionate about life and love, and just wanted to connect with each and every one of you and use cryptocurrency to do it, you know? I'd be basket weaving. I'd be talking about, ancient aliens. You never know. I do anything to connect to the people I absolutely love the love. So to me, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So we take a look here. Look, big bags of liquidity down at 23,200. Nothing above us suggests that we do go lower down to this big old bag here where they're going to load up on Bitcoin at 23,200. I'm still waiting on my places to load up as well. Hey, Sam, I'm going to be joining the trading group soon. Need to make the switch so I can leave my job. And honestly, Sam, you're the only one who put it all together for me and made it all make sense. Shout out to Birdman, man. God bless you. Many people have said that to me. But again, there's other people that have done it for other people too. Any dedicated person that loves this will help you. I'm just one of those dedicated people full of love. So shout out to everybody here on the live. I appreciate you. Sam on the 4 hour. Do we have an M pattern right or am I wrong? Arm and habits. I mean, I kind of just looked at it, so we'll get there. 16K possible again in the upcoming weeks. Anything is possible. If you don't realize anything is possible, what universe are you living in? You know what I mean? Anything is possible. So there's the dump for Bitcoin. We kind of had you when we woke up this morning. Didn't look good to me. I saw that M. I saw the bear flag. To me, we had already broken the channel. We had bearishly retested it. Now, I suggested that there could be a chance that we make this bigger channel here, and this trend line holds, and we end up making a bigger move. But only time will tell, right? And so far, we're already kind of breaching even that trend line too as well, in my humble opinion. So that kind of already breaks that idea down. So yeah, we're back to the 5 second, 1 second chart. Seeing if this flag is going to hold or dump. Starting to make a bit of a falling wedge here that could break you up. You got a bullish divergence finally, as this starts to swing up while that swings down. Could give you the bottom area there. I haven't really backtested shapes on the 1 second. Like, could we make some type of inverted here? Not the best idea, but, I'm pulling at straws here at the end. This could be a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there, too, inside of the 1 second. And again, don't trade the 1 second or the 5 second chart. But we got to find when the bleeding's going to stop here. I mean, this is an overall divergence. See, swinging up, swinging down. Have we seen something that strong before? That was swinging down while that was swinging down. Nope. That was swinging down while that was swinging somewhat up, but got defied. So it started a bullish divergence here. You see this? But then we got a boom up, and then... So what you do is every time you get a divergence, you just keep making another level of resistance. So now we know we have resistance here at 23,740. So if Bitcoin can't get back above there, expect more downside. So then you take your next measured move, and so you're like, if you can't get above the next resistance, you're going to the next measured move. Look, right when I turn on, man, Bitcoin's got me going. I don't get a break. I'm telling you, my brain does not get a break 7 days a week. Does not. I mean, I take some time off in the afternoons. I do take a nap once a day to rest my brain. If I don't, there's no way I'll be able to do what I do. Fake out, breakout, baby. Imagine 2 trades per minute. I know, right? Happy birthday, Kevin Baker. Shout out to Kevin Baker. FOMC minutes at 2 p.m. We got minutes at 2 p.m. too, where they're going to discuss the markets. It's me birthday today, 31 years young. Let's go. Much love, brother. Bless you and the crew. Shout out to Kevin Baker. God bless you. Happy birthday. 222. That's a pretty cool birthday. 222, baby. Last year you were the all the twos. Pisces, baby. Shout out to my Pisces. I love myself and I'm successful because the group has taught me people aren't all BS, man. People aren't, man. There's really good people out there. There's good people in the world. I'm telling you right now, there's good people in the world. My son's 7th birthday today. Shout out to Jesse Damasil. God bless you, Jesse. 7 years old. And Jesse, use small amounts, man. Don't throw money down the drain. Use small amounts to get yourself where you need to be. All right? Little by little. This takes time, Jesse. Step by step, my friend. Step by step. You will do it. There was a time when I thought I would never be able to figure this out, where it was just too hard for me, and I was going to give up many times, everybody. What if I gave up? What if I gave up? Ask yourself, if it's too hard, are you going to give up? And ask yourself, what if I gave up? What if I decided it wasn't for me, and I said, no way, and I didn't end up here, and I had to go to a 9-to-5? What if I was still working at my job, still hitting the computer at that desk, still waiting for that paycheck, still asking my boss for time off, still saying, hey, you think I could leave early today because my daughter has a recital that I'd really like to see, asking for time with my family, asking somebody else for time with my family. Never again will I ask somebody else for my time with my family. I will make the time for my family whenever I want, baby. Whenever I want. 36 years old again today. You're funny. Shout out to Paul. We have a bunch of birthdays today. Sounds horrible. Is the sound horrible, or does that sound horrible? See, I'm so paranoid about the quality. I'm like, does he mean the sound is horrible? Or is he talking about, working for somebody else day in and day out? What was your biggest loss? Stop telling people my life, Laver. What was your biggest loss? My biggest loss? My biggest loss, really? I've watched I have tons of Bitcoin. I became a millionaire, and then I watched, Bitcoin go down, and I lost $500,000. So I was like a millionaire, and then I, saw my net worth go down by about $500,000. Is that a loss, though? I didn't sell. I just saw my account go down, but I knew I was going to hold Bitcoin for the next 10 years. So, I saw my account go down $500,000, and honestly, it didn't even, I gave up on money a long time. I gave up on money does not make me who I am. I do not, I make money because I'm passionate about what I do. Money is just a byproduct of the fact that I found my passion. You know what I mean? You find your passion, you're going to end up successful. It's just that simple. All right? So look, we broke above our first resistance. First time ever. Look, fall. We broke above our resistance for the first time on the 5-second chart. That could tell us that maybe the pain is over. That's also a very strong bullish divergence there. We should get a bottom here at about 23,629, and we front run 23,500. That would make sense. BOOKMAP propping us up a bit too, and we have a big buy wall here. A lot of people trying to buy, 1,133 Bitcoin, 700 Bitcoin. You have 3,000 Bitcoins that want to get bought between 23,002 and 23,600. It's going to be hard to liquidate everybody through that buy wall there, right? So, one of my biggest losses too, I've been trading since I was 22, 23 years old. I'm 40 years old coming up this April. So, I've been trading for a long time. And my biggest loss, really, honestly, I've had smaller losses, but were bigger at the time. For instance, I only had $40,000 in savings, and I had to cut off a trade of $15,000 loss. And it was a third of all my net worth. It devastated me. I bought in a coin called, not a coin, I was trading before crypto. So let's look at the coin here. Now I'm going to tell you a story. My biggest loss ever, I was trading GEVO. GEVO, right? I didn't know buy the rumor, sell the news. I never knew any of that stuff. Okay? So I'm trading this coin GEVO. Now, this thing is in the dumps. I'm so pissed at this company. Patrick Gruber, the CEO, all these guys, they're so grimy. They ran this thing to the ground. I think this was a pump and dump, honestly. Look at it. Look where it is now and look where it was. They say it was $15,000 a coin and it went all the way down to $1. Why? Because they did what's called dilution. This is when I learned about dilution. This is why I don't like the stock market, because of heavy dilution in the stock market. I stopped trading stocks for this reason. So I got into this coin when they flew Alaskan corn oil, like GEVO flies Alaskan Airlines. I wonder if we can find the actual news statement. You asked me my biggest loss. So here, July 2016. It's one of my biggest losses. Alaskan Airlines flies on GEVO's renewable energy. I got so excited. I bought GEVO on this day on June. I thought I had bought, they were going to start flying planes on alcohol renewed oil out of corn. It was corn oil. You know what I mean? They were ethanol making out of corn. A commercial jet with AGT made from renewable sources. And I was like, man, Pat Gruber, see? I'll never forget his name. So I thought I was into the newest technology in the game. right? And I bought in at $1.38. I mean, it would tank 80 cents, 90 cents. I would dollar cost average in at 43 cents, 38 cents. I would just keep buying more. It would go all the way back to 80 and I would be at break even. And I said, man, take your money, $8,000 and get out. And I did it. And then it would tank. And I learned a valuable lesson. Never buy the news. I bought the news. And then I also learned a lesson, cut things off. Like, don't keep buying. I kept buying thinking I was going to cover myself. And then I bought enough that when we went up again, I bought enough of the lows that when we went up to break even, when I went up a little bit, we got back to 80 cents. I was at break even. And something told me, take your money. My instinct said, take the money, man. And can you look at BNX? There's a discount on Binance. Yeah. So that was my biggest loss, and it was devastating. It was devastating because I only had like $40,000, and I lost. Like, I had to cut it off. At one point, I was like, $15,000 loss. I got to cut it off. And you know what? Another big loss I did. I'm gonna go over it. I mean, I'm not perfect. I don't make every trade I don't make is perfect. Bitcoin boomed here, right? It boomed up here. Like, we tanked in 2016. We came up 2017. We had this run up. We were getting up here. Litecoin was threatening up, and I got a tax return, a nice one, and I had like an extra $7,000. I was like, what do I do? And I buy Litecoin with it, figuring it was a safe investment at like 120 as Bitcoin's pumping up. It gets to like 150, and I'm like, oh, I'm in the money. Things are going out. Then the market starts to tank. And I figured it was going to be a 2 to 3 year hold, and then I figured we were out of the bear market. My first real big bear market in cryptocurrency, right? We come back down. We go down here. Litecoin ends up $20. My $7,000 turns into like $800. I don't do a damn. I don't even care. I keep it on Coinbase and I never look at it again. And when Bitcoin rips back again, I sold it off at about like 180 and I made $3,000. It took 2 years, right? But I made 50%. I beat inflation. That was another loss that I took, but I didn't take the loss, right? So, and honestly, of all the trades I've ever been in, when I'm down, I usually just hold for a year. A lot of times, if I make a mistake in a trade, I just hold the trade for a long time. And literally 95% of the trades that I held have always come back and made more money. You know what I mean? But again, there's no guarantee of that. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you, hold every trade and you're going to come back. But in my lifetime, every time I've held a loss, I've made the money back to the upside, right? So yeah, those are my, and then, holding tons of Bitcoin. When you get into Bitcoin and you start holding it long term and you're willing to hold it 10 years, you're going to see your account swing up and down when Bitcoin swings. It just is what it is. So I've also just, and I gave up. See, I've had money ripped out of my throat. Like, I thought I was somewhere in life and then had all the money ripped out. Thought I was somewhere, have all the money ripped out. So like, I am that story of the guy that's been rich and broke and rich and broke and rich and broke. And like, eventually, you make enough wins that you just can't lose anymore. And that's kind of what happened to me. I just won enough. That it just, to basically ruin the wins. Now I would have to be extremely risky and just, throw caution to the wind, just start throwing money blind at places. And so as long as I kind of stay responsible and stay situated and disciplined, as far as I'm concerned, I'm set for life. Like, I will never have to work for someone else again for the rest of my life. I'll be able to do what I want to do with my life. And what I want to do is, I want to do a trading group. I want to teach people what I learned. I want to give back my knowledge at a decent price. And then, and then portions of that money I want to give back to, to the poor. I want to be able to help people. I'm thinking about the people in East Palestine. I'm thinking of doing something. I want to give away some money, a good amount of money. I want to help some families out there, maybe donate water, whatever we can do. I don't want to sit back and act like it's not happening. I don't want to act like it's cool like everybody else. I want to make a difference. When I see something horrible going on to other Americans, I feel like it's my obligation and my responsibility to reach out to those people. So I'm hatching a plan. I'm thinking of something. If anyone wants to kind of sit with me, but I'm thinking of something to do. And honestly, I know Turkey needs my help, and Turkey people but I'm a home guy. I want to help the people here in Ohio as soon as humanly. That's right next door. Like, I could ship water to Ohio right now. Like, I could do that immediately. Turkey, I'd have to get international shipments. I'd have to do a bunch of things. I feel so horrible for the people in Turkey too. And moment of silence right now for everybody. Let's just say a group prayer for everybody here right now while we're here. Let's use God's voice to show that we're loyal to God, that we care about God. Let's use my platform not to just sell everything that I'm selling, but to sell God's love, to push God's love. So with that, let's turn the music down. Let's have a moment of silence. Dear Lord, please take care of the people that are hurt and suffering in Turkey. Please take care of the people that are hurt and suffering in East Palestine. They can't wash their water. They were coughing up blood. They're going through a really bad time. Some people owned a home. They put all their money into it. They can't live in the home anymore. Like, a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. What do they do now? Where do they go now? What now? I heard that the train company gave them $5 a piece. That's just not enough. Dear Lord, we need your help in these trying times. We need you to fight back these evil forces. Why are we having so many explosions in all of these factories all over America? What is happening? Train derailments, explosions in Miami, a fire here in Boston that was outside of the city here just the other night at a manufacturing firm. What is going on? Why are we getting fires? Chickens are up in flames. Meat factories for the last year, just Google fires at meat factories. There was hundreds and hundreds of them. Dear Lord, we need your help more than ever. I put my faith in you every single day, Lord. That's how I come to you on this channel. You gave me this channel. You gave me everyone here. I'm ready to walk in your ways. I have faith that somehow, some way, the good will inherit the earth, and we will make it through all of these trying times. Amen. So let's get back into Bitcoin. Let's break it down. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for being here. Pray for Syria, and pray for everybody in the world that is out there. Pray for everybody, and let's pray that we do not have World War III collectively. Let's pray that somehow, some way, the love is revealed, and that the people that are trying to push this war do not get their way, and that the people that push love get their way. And love is the answer every single time. Love is the answer. It's the strongest frequency in the world. If you lead with love, if you live with love, you can crush any adversary in your way. Amen. So, moving forward, I think you know why all these things happen and by whom. Oh, of course. But we're not going to get into that. We're not going to have that go on here. But again, I love you all. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate you all for being here. And, it's cool. I love when you pray that the viewership goes down. It's so crazy because, some people are, uncomfortable with prayer. How dare you spread love to other people? You know what I mean? How dare you push for positive energy and light and happiness and for everyone to feel peaceful and good, How dare you do that? That's not right, We don't want to see that. We just want to know about the charts, and all we care about is money. We just want charts and money. We don't care about human beings and the essence of life. We just want charts and money. That's all we care about. Come on. I'm not here for charts and money every single day. I'm here for the connection. All right. Charts and money are just how we get the connection to the next level. All right. EFX 3-day. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. We'll take a look at EFX on the 3-day. Amen, brother. Prayer changes things. Keep praying, my man. It's all about the love. We want love in the world, too. How dare you have a crypto church? Daily prayer would be amazing. Bitcoin will bounce. Amen. 777's money is nothing. Humanity is what matters at the end. Without each other, we have nothing. Exactly. Without each other, we have nothing. You can have piles of money. You have money just so you can see other people, so you can take people places. I'm here basking in the love of the peace. I've been freezing ice blocks and getting my chickens in a few days. I was afraid. The prayer made me feel better. Never live in fear. Never live in fear. Never live in fear. Fear is fake emotions acting real. The devil uses fear to curtail you, to push you down. The devil uses fear. Think about it. When I couldn't become the crypto lifer without God because the devil had me depressed. The devil had me sitting in a hole. I believed I was nothing and that I could be nothing and that I was never going to be anything. I was depressed. I was living in fear. Fake emotions acting real were controlling my behaviors. My emotions were off and in a bad place. Wasn't a good spot to be in. So a bit of a double bottom here, but still a bit of a bear flag that could break us further down. All right. Let's look at another chart for a split second here. The Bitcoin all-time history index on the 4-day chart. And shout out to Crypto Crew University, man. He's an interesting guy. So he talks about how we enter the Gaussian channel here. See this? Entering the Gaussian channel. Very important here. Hold on one second. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah. All right. Just want to make sure I had my other page ready. So, look, we're in bear markets. We hit our bottom. We come up. We enter the Gaussian channel usually after we've bottomed, and we kind of hit a resistance here. You see this? Same thing after a dip. We hit resistance at the top of the channel. Here we are again. We zoom out, but when we get here, so usually once we get into the red zone, we do not leave it. You see that? Just want to make it clear. We do not leave the red zone once we get into the red zone on the Gaussian channel. All right? Same here. Same here. So where are we now? I mean, we've entered the red zone in the Gaussian channel after we've been outside of it. Telling you, man, these are the times to accumulate. All right. Thank you so much for the subscribers coming on in. Thank you so much for the love. Appreciate you. Fake emotions acting real. False experience appearing real. Fake emotions acting real. Fear, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. 839 beautiful souls in the live. 268 likes. $10 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. So this is something we need to watch out for. I got another thing to show you. And I did learn this from Steve, Crypto Crew University, but, you know, there's other ideas here. So look, the golden ratio multiplier. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. This yellow line, right, on the monthly chart. Every time we come to this yellow line, we have an issue with it. So look, I'm trying to make this bigger if I can. Is that? I don't know what that will do. There you go. So look. And this is the lookintobitcoin.com. All right. This is the golden ratio multiplier. All right. MA350, right? Divided by Bitcoin USD times 1.623581321. All right. That's a golden ratio. So look, every time we come to this yellow line right there, we usually hit it. We stay on it. We stay below it for a little while. And then if we can break through it, it's the end, right? Also, once we get to the yellow line, it's usually the end of the lower time frame. See here? But here we hit the yellow line, we got rejected by it. You see that? We got rejected by it. The longer we stay at this yellow line, the more likely we are to not get back above it. Here we did it here. We stayed sideways, and we got back above it. And here we are again. So we're right here. We're at the yellow line yet again. You see that? So crucial time right there, 1. Crucial time right there, 2. We got rejected. Crucial time right there, 3. We ended up staying below it, but getting over it. Crucial time right there, we got back above it. And here we are again at the crucial moment in time. So if we can get back above this line and stay above it, really, if we can get into the 28,000 level, 30,000 level, there's a chance that we could actually be in for some bacon on the beach. But if we don't, we could get rejected and see one more low for Bitcoin. So you want to kind of take this into account. You want to be looking at this golden ratio multiplier. This yellow line is extremely important. We definitely want to pay attention to the yellow line. And shout out to Steve at Crypto Q University, man. God bless you, brother. This guy, Ben is going after this guy, and it's going to be fun. I can't wait to watch what happens to this guy. But it probably won't be fun. So, yeah, I wouldn't be crossing Ben. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you. 11,100 followers on Twitter. Okay? Do you believe? And actually, you know, will Bitcoin touch 12K in this bear market? We're still in a bear market because we're below the 200 SMA. Let me know. Will Bitcoin touch 12K in this bear market? I want to know. Let me know. Will Bitcoin touch 12K in this bear market? Super, super important. All right? Super important. Remember, everybody, where are we trading? We're trading on KuCoin and MEXC Global. Why MEXC Global? Lowest fees. Look at this. No spot fees. If you make, look, do you want to pay fees? Lowest fees in the entire industry. MEXC Global. They also have access to ETFs that no one else has. 2, 3, 4, and 5x ETFs. Unbelievable. They also have more of the smallest coins that nobody has access to. They sign up more coins, get more low cap gems. It is an amazing exchange, and they've been doing great. They've been pumping hard, been doing amazing. MEXC. So sign up to MEXC in the description below. I'm telling you right now, pay the lowest fees in the entire game. MEXC. So do you like, if you like paying fees, go somewhere else. If you like free trading, jump on into MEXC today. MEXC. Lowest trades in the game. Lowest spot and futures fees. Come on now. Come on now. What are you going to do? Go pay a bunch of fees, or you're going to have the lowest fees in the game. Trade with MEXC Global today. I'm telling you right now. And their markets are amazing. They got so many hot coins bumping on them. Look at HIOD up 200%. BLT up 109%. ROSN Finance up 100%. We've been trading this on and off. We're up 300% on this coin. BOTO, CWDO, Radar, Aura. Look at these. All these coins up double-digit gainers. Polydoge, another one. Tomi, Velo. Velo's been banging on them. Find, NMeBits, SPA. I put out SpareX not that long ago. I'm going to show you that in a second. I think someone asked me about it on a super chat. Old Bitcoin. That's funny, right? You could trade old Bitcoin if you want. But they got so many small cap gems that nobody knows about, have access to coins that nobody can find. And look, 100% gainers almost every single day here on the channel, no matter what's happening to the rest of the market, because this is a different world. So Max Global, zero maker fees. I mean, what are you going to do? Zero maker fees. I mean, that's insane. Nobody is offering that. Unbelievable. Zero maker fees. So just something to think about. And honestly, Bitcoin at 23,000, we're doing really good. We were just at 16K. Everyone freaks out when we go up and down, but think about it. We went up so fast recently. All right. We went up so fast recently. So just something to think about. Keep on your radar. All right. So we're moving forward. We got a lot to talk about. We're not done yet here today on the channel. We're giving you some extra spicy sauce. I told you about my biggest loss ever for GEVO in 2016. It was horrible. It hurt so bad. Thank God it was 7 years ago now. I can kind of just forget about it. Thank you so much for the super chat. I just saw the balls jumping in the jar. Much appreciated to you and yours. Can we get to 1,000 viewers on the live? It's up to you, everybody. Everyone is up to you. You people did this to me. I had 3 people watching me. Then I had 100. Then I had 500. Now I have 838 people on the live. You people did this. You people did this. It was you. So if I want to get to 1,000, I'm at your mercy. It's going to be you that pushes me all the way to 1,000 yet again. So can we do it? Can we get the move? That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm looking for. Can we get to 1,000 every single day? Shout out to everybody here on the live. And Dustin Cava every single Wednesday. Never misses. Never misses, baby. Never misses. I've learned so much watching the stream, so thank you. Just letting you know that I just saw the charts. You could draw a perfect rising channel line from the high of January 14th till now. Yeah, you can. I'm with you on that. No matter where Bitcoin goes, I'm confident Crypto Lifer will have me prepared. You grow, I grow. Amen, baby. Amen. Because we do it every 5 hours. Pamp it, baby. Just hit 1 second like button. Sam is working hard. Love you, buddy. Can we get to 1,000 on the live? I know we can. I believe we can. I believe we can. Entertainment, life lessons, plus accurate TA, all for free. This is awesome. Shout out to Robert G. Thanks, Sam. God bless the Lifer family. You're making God warriors. Amen. God bless you and yours. So look, FKK, I like this coin, Fort Knoxter. One of my favorite little gems to trade on and off back in the day. All right, I had a little idea here for this cup and handle. It kind of went sideways. We never got stopped out, but it got lackluster. But just look at this giant double bottom. It's a giant double bottom. Clear as day. Oversold in the daily time frame. About to get back above the 200 SMA. And it is in a bit of a cup and handle here on the smaller time frame. I mean, on the smaller side of this. You're starting to form this cup and handle. Your previous support becomes new resistance at the point of control. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing made that move. Fort Knoxter, I would keep this on the radar. All right? No matter what the market does, there's always a low cap gem attempting to make huge gains. And there's a gap in the VRVB here. That's a giant double bottom for Fort Knoxter. And again, it could go even lower and go to nowhere. Anything could happen, but, I mean, no. Bottom, right? I mean, that's a giant double bottom on Fort Knoxter. I would definitely have this on the radar. Look at the daily, aggressively turning up on the stochastics, on the point of control, a gap of the VRVP. High risk, high reward, lower cap for sure. But, it just says that there could be some bacon on the beach here. So I'm going to watch this closely. I'm going to watch this very closely. You know what a lot of traders do too? They have $1,000 portfolio and and then they try to put 500 in every trade. They keep getting stopped out. Instead of just putting $50 in one of these and letting it triple, like you triple $50 3 or 4 times, you turn your 1,000 into 1,400, 1,300. People are, you know what it is? They think they need more money than they need to change their life. All you need to do is be consistent with small amounts of money, and over time, things will pay off. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but you got to have faith. Don't use, people are using too much money for their portfolio, and they're losing too much. Smaller position sizes tend to make more money over the long run. Smaller position sizes tend to make more money in the long run. All right? Because you lose less, but when you win, you can consistently compound it. I am behaving today, Gina. It's like a very clean, well-done stream. Yeah, like we're top-notch right now. We're top-notch. Now that you're here, we've stepped our game up another level. You have just ballooned us, careened us, whatever, that boom. Like you've just absolutely blasted us to the next level the second you jumped on it. So thank you so much for being here. And everyone, I'll be with Miss Teen Crypto live today on my channel. She's going to be the awesome guest, the Wednesday night guest, Miss Teen Crypto. I know we've done a bunch of stuff together, but we're going to talk about the charts. We're going to talk about some key insights, and we're going to talk about subjects that matter. We have every single time we do the Wednesday show, we have topics that are very relevant to what's happening in the markets. So definitely something to think about. All right. Coming from the guy who uses 9x Lev constantly. Lego's the lifer. I'm quality assurance and everything looks A1. Yeah, no, we're top notch here. No breaks in the no breaks in the green screen. I haven't done bookmap yet and blocked the screen. So I stopped the bookmap button. I just stopped doing it. I decided enough is enough. Like if I can't remember to turn it off, then I'm not allowed to have it. I kind of want to do it now and watch I'll mess up again, right? So here's bookmap window. Going to bookmap. I just got to remember to turn it off. Sam, can you do it, Sam? Do you have what it takes to nail this? Bookmap suggests that, bookmap is short squeezing right now, right? Even though they're spoofing the liquidity. They're claiming it's all down here, but they may still pump us up. Still just so much more liquidity down here than up there, suggesting that we do go lower. We might get a little spike up, but again, bookmap is suggesting that we do go lower. So just got to remember when I'm done with bookmap to go right here and click off the line. That's all. How many times was I doing that? I was like, and here we are with Bitcoin, and we're up and down, and blah, blah, blah. People were like, Sam, no. Sam, you're ruining the show. Sam, no. Someone made fun of me the other day. I jumped into like Jordan's stream, and I was like, what up? And they were like, there's the guy that can't get bookmap off the screen. It's like, that's you're amazing. You call Bitcoin for years. You call some of the biggest coins on the low, Phantom, Cake, right? You make tons of money publicly. You 100x SafeMoon in front of everyone. You 100x in front of the whole world. Like, you prove that you can 100x, you 50x, you 20x. You do it all. You call Bitcoin at 6K going to 20,000, right? And then, for 1 week, you mess with bookmap and people call you a clown. See what I'm saying? That's how hard it is to be out here on YouTube. Like, because there's always somebody new that doesn't know what you did before. And they're just throwing rocks at your windows. And you're just like, no. Like, go see what I've done before. I have a history here. Go watch my old stream where I'm showing you Bitcoin's going to, 20K when it's only at 6,000. So it's like, it's not easy. YouTube is being in the public eye is not easy. But what makes it easy is believing in God and knowing that the people that love you are there for you. And if you just focus on the love and not on the hate, everything goes well. So again, it's all about the love. And that's how you kind of get away from all these pains, I should put pants on. Clients will be coming in. You're funny. Makes it fun. God bless you all. Thank you. Thanks for your share. Regards from Mexico. God bless you, Rafa. Only takes one mistake, Sam. Shout out to Scotty Swing. My man. Life, all love and good vibes for Venezuela. Love this channel and the mindset you use. Amazing learning so much here. Greetings, bro. Shout out to Manuel Martinez. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Thank you, everybody. So look, now there's a big thing we got to look at. We're going to be looking at total 1, total 2, and total 3. And we're going to go through the motions in the ocean. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Too many lines in my humble opinion. But if you remember, when everyone was freaking out, we always talked about as long as we don't break back in this box, we'll be okay. We made so many different ultimatum ideas here. But now it's pretty obvious what's happening. So look. We'll start fresh again. We'll start fresh. First line of big time resistance is 1.17. That's where the total market cap has to get back above for a lovely gainer. All right. Are we making a giant double bottom? Are you open-minded to believe that we could do this? Very well could happen. Do we come back to 726? Do we come back to 16,000? I'm open-minded to believe anything could happen, and I got dry powder on the sidelines for more BTC. So I'm ready, willing, and able. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. So our next level of resistance is clearly where we hit right here. Bang, right? And we couldn't get back above resistance right here. And we just decided that we weren't going to get back above $1.09 trillion. However, we're still holding $1 trillion market cap, which is pretty nice. We're still holding $1 trillion market cap. Let's go lower. Let's kind of continue. So we know these are our two levels we got to get back above to remain bullish. We saw a gap of the VRVP here. This is 30K. So it didn't look like it would take us that long to get to 30K at $1.25 trillion, right? Actually, no, this is 30K, right? Yeah, that's the gap, though. No, that's 30K. Yeah, that's 30K for Bitcoin. Right there. Wouldn't be that far off, all right? 25 to 30K. And we got a gap in this VRVP, which gets me hungry, and we have a lot of action in here, which tells me that it's less likely we chew all the way through this $882 billion level, all right? Let's make our next line in the sand here that we have clear support, because we had a resistance bar, resistance, support. Previous resistance becomes new support. If we bounce off this area, it would be amazing. Okay, right now the daily suggests that we do not. The daily suggests that we dump lower. If you just looked at the daily, it suggests that you go lower. You have bearish divergence, swing up to swing up. You got swing down to swing down here. You could say you're in the rising wedge here. You could even call this a rising wedge. And look, rising wedges break to the downside 68% of the time, and they come to back where they began. So you would look for a daily dump back to $948 billion. So that's the level that we're looking at to load up. That would be my big green zone for a load up. So we're looking for this level. Now we lose this, we're going to drop even lower to 879, and we'll go from there. When we get there, we don't really have to go any further. So this is where we stand. In my humble opinion, we're breaking this trend line. You know, you could we broke the trend line in my humble opinion. Falling out of the falling wedge for sure to the downside, all right? Now there's a chance that this creates some type of flag and we stay inside. There's a chance. I'm open-minded to believe that. So if today we close a daily, so we don't want to see a daily candle close below 1.03 trillion. So here's the deal. I'll make a circle, or I'll make a boxed area. We don't want a daily candle closing in this box, in my green box. We close down in here, not a good sign. And we'll tussle with 1 trillion, and then we could lose 1 trillion to $953 billion. This is the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. Daily does not look good. Doesn't mean that we can't get a move, but the daily doesn't look good. 3-day chart also starting to get a dump, and that's a bearish engulfing candle on the 3-day. You can engulf that candle. Not a great sign, right? At all. Take at our 4-day chart. Our 4-day chart's also overbought. Our 5-day chart, our 8-day chart, our 10-day chart telling you that eventually, last time we hit these highs on the 10-day chart right here, we dumped. We've only hit highs on the 10-day chart a few times. It's very rare. Here we dump. Here we had a huge dump. There a mini dump. Again, there's anomalies. I've seen pumps in the 10-day like this. 10-day was high, and look, we just continued to pump. So just because you're high in the 10-day doesn't mean you can't pump. There's anomalies in the stochastics RSI. I have a video about the anomalies. Most people, if you trade for 5 years, you may never come across an anomaly. That's the problem. It took me 10 years to come across like 4 or 5 different anomalies. Now I have the anomalies. Is there any chance of recovery? Always, if you're patient. Tell them, Sam. I hope that's the right flag. Snowing in San Diego. Are you kidding me? I've never heard of that. Man, you are easily going to hit 1,000 viewers a day. Good vibes and sauce is all we need. Shout out to Harrison B in the game. Thank you so much for the love, man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I'm going to make you feel good about your life. Here's the best way to handle stress. Every time you get stressed, ask yourself, am I thinking about the past or the future? Stress usually comes when we get ourselves out of the time frame we're in. What does that mean? Well, think about it. The rent's coming, you know? And people are like, I don't know how I'm going to pay the rent. I'm stressed out, right? Well, if you focus on making money, then you'll make the money and then you won't be stressed out. But if you focus on the worry, then you're just going to probably end up with the same problem that you're worried about. Worry does absolutely nothing. It's horrible. It doesn't do anything for you, right? So I'm going to take this line away because it's confusing to me. But the idea is this. I mean, if we don't hold this level, we're dropping down to 954 and we're losing $1 trillion market cap yet again. There's a gap in the VRVP that suggests maybe we gap down right here and we bounce off of the point of control at 1 trillion. So, does the daily candle close inside my green box is the question. Total market cap. So that's the total market cap. All right. You can clearly kind of see what levels we're going to go to. And we really don't have to go through much more than this. I mean, we can see. So it's very likely we end up down here at 950 trillion. But it doesn't mean it has to happen. We do have some support right here, a little mini one. That line right there at 1.03 trillion. So that's the total market cap. Take a look at the 22-hour. It's actually resetting pretty nicely. And honestly, if you remember, the daily's been the one time frame that's been doing this. See, when we saw this, we saw the daily do this. The daily never reset for literally like from the 24th of June all the way to August. For 2 months almost, the daily never reset back to the dotted line. What time frame did reset? Which I'll show you. We'll put a blue line here and we'll put a blue line here. These are the things you need to pay attention to that nobody else knows. Because my trading style is unique, but it gives us key insights. So look, the 22 went low each time, and those were perfect buys for swing trades. Bing, 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 right? Every time the 22 got low. So 22 is getting low again. That's some faith. That's some sign. And also, so here's my hopium. Here's my hopium that I'm going to blow on you. I'm blowing hopium smoke on you now. You know, do we have this inverted head and shoulder? That could break us out, even though it's drunken and twisted. All right? So there's some bullishness here. It's not all bad. The fact that the 22 hours pushing that low and we're not getting a huge, like usually when you do that, you get a nasty dump. That's not a big dump. Like, look at that. Look at that the last time the 22 went over. And again, we could get more, but I mean, usually you're already halfway through this dump. You're down here. That's a very small dump for this amount of momentum in the stochastics RSI. See, I compare price action movement to movement in the stochastics, and I'm highly sensitive to it because I've been watching it for years and years and years. So I can tell when the stochastics gives you a bigger move, but you don't follow it on the price. Same thing yesterday, like we pumped up on the 1 hour. We pumped up on the 1 hour, look, but you got nothing. So the 1 hour was oversold. It said you were going to pump. So you went from the dotted line to dotted line, but look, you got nothing. You didn't get above the resistance. Not a good sign. That's a bearish retest right there. Yet again, you're bearishly retesting this area here. See that? That was a bearish retest right there. Bang. You bearishly retested. You try to get back in the pattern right there, and you bearishly retested it. All right. 1 hour's getting oversold. 4 hours beat to the ground, right? 15 minutes beat, and the 7 minutes pretty beat. It's telling us that, hey, we could get a bounce here. Look at the 7 minute. It's got a bullish divergence on it. So 7 minutes got a bullish divvy. So this level has to hold. This is the level for today. This is what a Bitcoin level must hold to stay bullish. And I said Bitcoin because that's what I do when I send the titles out, but I really mean the total market cap. The total market cap. And so this isn't clickbait, everybody. When I tell you this level must hold, must see episode 780, I'm telling you for a reason. Like this is not clickbait. I want you to understand that this level really must hold. We start to lose this level, we're hitting here, point of control. Then we're headed back down to 954 billion, and then we'll go from there. So that's the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency, all right? Then we're going to look at total 3. The total market cap of all of the altcoins excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin, all right? And we're going to kind of start small with this one yet again on the daily. We're going to do the same thing we just did, nice and neat and complete. So look, we know we got a big level of resistance at 635 billion. We know that. That's above us, right? Good. We know we got another level right here to deal with when we get to $466 billion. That's another level that we're going to have to deal with, right? And then here we got this falling wedge that definitely broke to the upside on total market cap, all right? And then let's break. So now we know. We can see the big picture. We don't really need to go any deeper, and now we can focus just on this area alone, all right? Total market cap 3 is all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. You want to look at it every other day, every couple of days. It gives you the idea of where you're going to go on your altcoins. If you're looking at your alts and you're thinking, how strong are the alts? You're going to want to be looking at this too. So again, you have to remember that they're all going to resemble each other. So here you definitely have the rising wedge. However, you didn't break out of the rising wedge yet, kind of like you did on total. So the altcoins, it means that Bitcoin had more of the dump. You get what I'm saying? If you take total and then take total 3, and total has more of a move than total 3, then you realize it was Bitcoin that made that move. All right. I wanted to pop this out and put a pocket square in here, but I didn't have a knife to crack this open. But I got a matching square. That would be awesome. Put a square right there, you know? Anyway, babe, could you bring me... No. I might just shred that open real quick. You know how they sew your buttons closed on these clothes? Women may not know, but they sew men's buttons closed on a lot of these. I don't know why they do it. Someone may tell me why. It might look better. Anyway. Lifer at Bitcoin Maxi, there, I said it. Okay, we can admit it. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, I'm not a Bitcoin Maxi because I put all my money into Phantom, right? And I 100x Safe Moon. a Bitcoin maxi would never 100x SafeMoon. Like, they wouldn't even buy SafeMoon. A Bitcoin maxi would look down on any coin but Bitcoin. So I really can't be called a Bitcoin max. Let's look at the definition of a Bitcoin maxi. Ask someone asked Jamie, can you ask Chat GPT what a Bitcoin maxi is? And we'll show people what they are and see if I am one. Am I a maxi pat? Urban Dictionary. All right. A Bitcoin maximalist, a low IQ, low energy, Bitcoin loving bigot who loves any coin that has not been approved by the maxis. Shorthand for Bitcoin. No, who thinks any coin that has not been approved by the who thinks that any coin that is not approved by the maxis should be thought of and labeled as a S coin. They are considered to be narcissistic, heavily opinionated, and ill-mannered. A Bitcoin maximalist will come in hot in almost any discussion, but will not answer coherently, especially when their views are debunked. Some refer to Bitcoin maximalists as crypto thought police, as they dictate crypto narratives that end up shrouded in misinformation. They speak from an authoritative standpoint about Bitcoin or crypto, regardless if their positions and beliefs are based on complete BS. Bitcoin maximalists are notorious for using straw man arguments that will often block anyone that calls them out in any public forum. Bitcoin maximalism ranges from Bitcoin obsession, see no other coin but Bitcoin, to Bitcoin conversation, believes that other coins can exist, but that Bitcoin is superior and should never change. It is quite common to see newcomers, especially those coming from overlapping industries. Yada, yada, yada. I mean, I have some of those tendencies. Now, at the end of the day, I'm so open-minded that it's like, you know, what if something else does replace Bitcoin? You can't say that something has to be one way. The earth changes too fast. Too many things change over time, right? Too many things change over time. Anyway, back to total 3 on the total market cap of all crypto. So we have an extreme resistance at $400 billion. Can't get back above it. We have a point of control that could hold us down at $373 billion. And we have a rising wedge that could break down to where it began, which would bring us to $353 billion. So what happens? Where do we go from here? The daily looks like it's about to dump, but I've seen the daily anomaly. Like, the daily could do this too. You could see the 4-hour flip. The daily could flip out, and we could get a massive move out of here, and it could go parabolic. So I just want to let you know, just because we're getting overbought, we did not cross the dotted line yet, and the dotted line does create momentum. What if these coins went parabolic? Honestly, this is a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time, the length of the base of their, the falling wedge. 70% chance that you break out and you're above a point of control. And I bet that 22 hours getting into a sweet spot. Honestly, the 22-hour, I believe, could create the frenzy here. So it's all about this. We need to make sure, who cares what I believe, but the charts are conveying that the 22 hours showing some power here, because it's dumping down, but it's not giving us the dumpage. If we can stay in this pattern, if we can maybe, somewhat like this, somewhere here or here. So basically, I just want to see that we hold $370 billion in the altcoins. That could change our story. So I'm projecting this this idea here. And we could very well jettison our way up out of here for the total 3 market cap. So this is something that I'm looking at closely for total 3. All right. And it's pointing to the downside here. And, all we want is this to round out. 4 hours beat, right? So 4 hours saying, hey, I can't go much lower. I guess we have this Adam and Eve double top. You see that? Possible. Or we could also be making a right shoulder here. So look. Head, shoulder. Do we make a right shoulder? And then do we dump out of this pattern? But does the 4 hour make its move back up to the upside? 4 hours suggests you're going to make a move back up off the bottom of this channel. So again, it looks highly likely like we get a bounce here to the upside for the total market cap of these altcoins. This would be a rally of rallies. There's a lot of coins that look really good in the 22-hour right now, and they want to bounce. They're just kind of waiting out the 4-hour time frame. This looks really good to me. You're beat now. What Bitcoin did in this dump was reset the 4-hour pretty nicely for all these altcoins. And honestly, if you look at it, high, low, higher high, higher low, I mean, that would be an uptrend. So the altcoins just have to get a high above 400 billion. So if you see 405 daily candle close, 408, if we close a daily candle at $408 billion, it's going to be a really, really big deal. That's going to be great. So I'm looking for a pump here. I really am. I'm looking for a breakout. As long as we hold the channel, and this is the total market cap of all the altcoins. I'm going to get rid of the parabolic line because it's too much. But this is the total market cap of all the altcoins. Let's go over the numbers one more time for you in case you weren't sure. So the low bounce here, where we would head up, is a point of control 361. The end of the rising wedge is 353. So if we hit 353, it would make sense. That would be the measured move if we fall out of this chat, right? And we take a look at our 1 hour. Our 1 hour is the one that really could dump us down. So the 1 hour is going to have to get flipped by the 15 and the 7. 15 and the 7 are going to have to say, no way. We got to start a bounce here. So you're going to have a nice bullish divergence on the 7 minute for this to be accomplished. And you do. You get swing down to swing down, and you get swing up to swing up here on the 7. So, I mean, when we zoom in here to brass tacks, we can clearly see that we got this bullish divergence in the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency, all the altcoins, excluding Ethereum and Bitcoin. See, exclude Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this is how you trade altcoins, everybody. This is important. Sorry, I don't want that line there. I want it right there. So here's the deal. On the local time frame, we got to get back above 385. So I'll put a line here. This is what we want to see. If this makes an M, all these dreams of all this loveliness back up to here isn't happening. We're going to break the channel, and then we're going to pull that short. And we know where the short's going to go. It's going to go to the base where this began. Right here, right? Where the rising wedge began at $353 billion. Okay? So that's kind of what we're looking at. You want to see the 7 minute and the total 3 break above 385. That will give you hope that we're going to end up somewhere up here back at 400, and then we'll deal with that. Otherwise, we're going to make a bearish retest of this line and drop to the downside. So for the altcoins to really keep going, for us to have a nice little alt move here, we really want to see this trend line hold. We want to see the 15 minute and the 7 step their game up. And what we would also want to see with that is a short squeeze for Bitcoin. So a little bit of a short squeeze happening now, but we want to see a big one. There's so many orders down here that want to get filled. You can see there's just way more people trying to buy than sell, which is, I mean, that's a bullish sign. You have more people trying to buy Bitcoin than sell it. It's a good sign, but it does suggest that we go lower to 23,005, 23,000, 23,200 area. All right. Okay, so that's the total market cap of cryptocurrency and the total market cap of all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin. You can even hit total 2 if you want. I feel like it's a little much. What is total 2? Total 2 is the cryptocurrency market cap of all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin, but it also keeps Ethereum in there. But in my mind, we kind of did it because total includes Ethereum and total 3 doesn't. I mean, this is a little more bullish than the other ones too as well, in a way. All right. Okay. Biggest gainer of the day, Falcon. Falcon swap, just out of nowhere, just went out of control. I had it in this, it dumped out, right? Not every trade's going to play out. I talked about SPA, though. I did go over SPA. I don't know if someone gave me the super chat. I had this drawn. I searched for it, so I couldn't find a trade for it, but did I post it to the trading group? When did we post this SPA? If anyone could tell me, still can't find it. So I drew this. Maybe I drew this alone. Sometimes I do it, but I drew this. You had a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Tight moving averages. You got above the point of control. Likely this thing was going to move, and it did. It made that move. Also, SPA, one of those coins that pumps up to the 200 SMA on the daily time frame. See that? Boom. Did I have it in my group? Let me see. No, I didn't have it. These are all the coins that will pump up to the 200 SMA more than likely. SPA did it. SPA was tight. So look, I teach my students this all the time. You take away all the stuff and you just look at this. You go back in time. Giving the goods away too fast. But look, likely that price action will pump right to the 200 SMA. I don't know why it does it. It just does. It's just like a thing. Like, it's just gonna happen. Like, I can't explain this. So what I do personally is I put tiny amounts that I'm willing to lose completely and just see if they rock. So I'll buy 10 of these, put 510 of these, that's $5,000, and just let them sit there. And then put stop losses of 40 or limit orders at 40 and 50%, you know, not at the 200, maybe right below it, just to be, you know, and then just collect the 250, 250, 250, 250. Next thing you know, you turn $5,000 into $5,000. It might take a month and a half, but it's a, you know, so, and then some of them go sideways, but most of them are so low risk because they're so at the bottom. So it's highly unlikely you'll lose your money. It's more likely you'll make the money. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. So I find bunched up moving averages with the 200 is outside and just watch price pump up to them. Happens all the time, over and over again. I've done this, I think, 50 times now in the last 60 days or more. And I've showed people exactly the sauce. And once you get above the 200, usually you get a big move too. You may reset now, and then your next move is going to be pretty big too as well. But yeah, so who here has learned this from me? Who here has learned this from me? You posted SPA broke out on 218. Here I go, 218. SPA broke out right there. And so I had it. I called the breakout, and then it would continue to pump up to the 200 SMA on the daily. All right? So that's when I drew it. And again, you just understand this concept. You get above the point of control, you're going to pump to the 200 SMA. If you can figure this out, get your emotions cleared out, and start doing this over and over again, my God, it'll change your life. All right? We got it. We got the chat GPT. A Bitcoin maxi, short for max, is a term used to describe someone who strongly believes in the value and potential of Bitcoin as decentralized digital currency, a store of value. Bitcoin maxis typically reject the idea of investing in other cryptocurrencies and view Bitcoin as the only true legitimate currency. See, I don't do that, so I can't be a maxi. I put my money on all these altcoins, so I'm not a Bitcoin maxi. Bitcoin maxis are often passionate advocates of Bitcoin and its principles of decentralization, censorship resistance, and financial freedom. They may also have strong opinions about the importance of hodling, or hodling onto Bitcoin for long term rather than trading it. I'll say that. While Bitcoin maxis are often associated with a certain level of tribalism and can be dismissive of other cryptocurrencies, many also acknowledge the importance of innovation and development within the border of the cryptocurrency system. So it wasn't as vicious as that other one. That other one was like really, really negative about the Urban Dictionary. They went hard. You know, it ranges from obsession to conservation, you know. All right. So there you go. SPA banging on them to the upside. I did put it out at 218 when it broke out here in this green candle. Gain of 49% or more from when I first put it out there. 59% gains. Bang, bang, bang. Thank you so much for the team for finding that. Me and my assistant couldn't find it. So you guys, I don't know how you figured it out. I don't know why SPA didn't show up when I put it out. You know why I didn't put USDT and I always put USDT? That's why. So Sean, that's a good idea. We just find SPA right there. Spirex. Shout out to the team, man, for outworking me and my team. You guys are unbelievable. No, I mean, you just saw something we didn't see. I don't want to, but unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. FX, let's take a look here. SPA. That's amazing, that thing just doing damage. All right. So biggest gainers of the day, SPA, Phantom, and then we had ROSN. We gave you ROSN right here in this falling wedge inside of this channel. I gave it out right here. It never went lower. That was the entry right there, and this thing is mooning. It's up 300% gains now. One of the biggest gainers in the last week, and we were all over it. We gave you the trade. We talked about it. I gave you my idea of the trade, right? We went over it on 218. Here I'm giving you ROSN Finance right there. And it would bounce from there and never look back. Hidden bullish divergence, MACD turning, falling volume with falling price. This thing was gone. High volume node hitting this trend line, and this thing would blast, right? Funny, I even put it out here on 210. ROSN looking interesting, back above its support, and that's hidden bullish divergence. It's just interesting how I'm in the coin way before it happens. Right now, it's 222, and everyone's screaming, ROSN's the biggest gainer of the day. I'm in there at 210. I'm talking about it way back here. Look, 210. I put it out down here on 210. So look, we're up even more on this. I put it out. We're up 900% gains from when I first put it out. Back here in February 10th in this cup and handle. See this? Insane. Insane. There at 02117. There's the date. The 10th of February. You go back to ROSN Finance on the 10th of February. Right here. We gave you this at 2 cents. Like, are you kidding me? I put this out at 2 cents. It's now at 11 cents. Come on now. In less than 12 days. Only in this trading group. Only in this trading group. Sean, grab this one and show that we got in. You can say we started buying at 2 cents. Just put we started getting in at 2 cents. That's fine. I didn't see it till it broke out. But I was putting it out here too. Dude, we were getting it at 2 cents February 10th. Come on now. Up 900% gains. Pay attention to what I'm putting down. Pay attention to what I'm putting down. But seriously, if you need a Canadian contact, Sean, to help you, let me know. Sean, you want to move to Canada? Is that what's going on? You guys have so many conversations that I'm not involved in, but I want to be. I want to know everything in the chat. I'll send you my personal tailor, and he'll hook you up. Thank you. Please. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Email cryptolifers@gmail. I have a personal tailor, but yeah, I'll take another one. I don't mind. I haven't used, actually, I mean, that's actually true and not true. My wife worked at a high-end suit place for years. She did John McCain suits, Howard Schwartz's suits. Calvin Klein came and got his suits done there. Swear on my entire life, you'd call me nuts. Calvin Klein would walk in there. She met Calvin Klein, Howard Schwartz. She went to a hotel to measure John McCain for like some Republican thing. She went into the hotel, Q clearance, Secret Service, all that, and she had to measure John McCain. So my wife worked at a high-end suit business on East 60th Street for years. It was called Bambi's. Bhambis. Bambi's. Bambi's Custom Tailors here in New York, right? This is Harry and his father. I know them very well. I love it. It's so funny seeing them together. This is Mr. Law, Harry. Harry, a nice guy, really nice guy. I spent so much time there. My wife worked there for 5 years, 6 years, and her family still works there. They're Indian. My wife's Afghan. The connection. They know each other. 50 years of crap. You can buy a suit for 10 grand here, 5 grand, you name it. They'll make you the most beautiful suit in the world. Daniel Craig went there. Pierce Bronson, we know him well. See, John McCain, see? They all, a few of their clients. So these are my guys, man. My wife worked for them for a long time. I would get free suits all the time, you know what I mean? People wouldn't pick up a suit and they would give it to me. I have a 3-piece right now that I used to rock like a $2,000 3-piece when I was dead broke. I had no money. So I tell everybody, never judge a book by its cover. Like, you would see me walking down New York and you would be like, that guy, he's so rich. Who is that guy? Little do you know, I went back to my one-bedroom apartment, and it was the only suit I had, right? So you never know what you're seeing when you're seeing something in life. You know what I mean? You never know. But yeah, these are my custom tailors. Like, if I get something done custom, these are the guys. One of their tailors went and started his own business. Wazeen Tailors, right? And this is Sam Wazeen, Custom Tailors. So he's another custom tailor I got. Like, and he actually made me a really nice blue suit. So, but I'll take another one. And he's the only, Sam is the only one that has my measurements, but made to measure shirts that are epitome of flattery. His shirts are really nice too. His alterations, his suits are spot on. Like, the suit he made me is really, really nice. This guy's Afghani. He's Afghan. It's funny. He kind of looks like Zelensky a little bit, right? Now that I think about it, he looks a little like Zelensky. Funny. But yeah, I mean, so yeah, these are in Manhattan. These are 2 top-notch places to get a suit done the right way. Dude, Lionel Richie, Daniel Craig, Tom Ford. I mean, these dudes do big work, right? You want a suit, you come to Mr. Lal. He's the man right there. It's so funny, man. He's like 85. He's still alive. He was there every day. They had a mansion in New Jersey. This dude worked 7 days a week, Harry Bambi. And all he would do, he would think about, man, he was funny. Anyway, let me get back into the charts. So those are the people I know. If you need suits in New York City, that's my connections to suits. So, I mean, pretty spot on if you ask me. Suits become a lost art. Wearing a good suit. Yo, I'm telling you right now, I started wearing a nice suit. And I don't wear a suit every day. Like, this is just a vest. I just want to make it clear. Like, I don't have a match. This is just a vest I ordered. I don't have a matching coat jacket for it. I don't wear a suit every day. Some people are like, oh, that's a nice suit. I mean, it's really not a suit. I'm wearing J. Crew pants, a vest, but I dress formally nice every single day of my life. You know what I mean? I dress formally nice every single day of my life. Why not? And it represents the idea that I didn't always have a chance to dress formally nice every day of my life, So you can see, today's a little boring in price action, as you can see. Even though we're kind of watching this drip dry here slowly, right? That's why we're talking about suits and some other stuff. But it is what it is. It's a Tuesday. It's a Wednesday, right? Funny. I still see this bear flag dropping to the downside. So, we're at a standstill here. It's close. It's getting close. All right. So we've talked about my loss. We've talked about the total market cap. Let's show the DXY. We got to break down the DXY before we get out of here as well. So DXY on the bigger time frame on the 2-week, resistance came back and hit 2-week resistance and got a bit of a bounce so far. All right. Got a bit of a bounce. It's also oversold in the 2-week, expecting a bounce. And look, we've seen this many times. This kind of is a cup and handle. It's what we call an ascending cup and handle. All right. So let's break down the dollar yet again. We've done it many times, but I like to do it clean. Here's our first level, resistance, resistance, resistance. We bounced off 101, all right, 102 area, so that was a strong bounce, all right. You also have hidden bullish divergence, swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. That tells you that you will make a high higher than this high. Sad, because I've only used this when things I really like, but that's when you know you're getting skills, because your bias will be changed by your TA. See, before, your bias would always beat back your TA, and no matter how good your TA was, you would believe your bias. But no, we changed that now. You got to listen to the TA, not the bias, right? And so like right now, like I'm biased. Like I want Bitcoin, I want the dollar to dump. But my TA tells me that hidden bullish plays out. And so there's a high likelihood that the dollar makes a high above 113. So crazy, but that just looks like we're going to get a bit of a pump for the dollar here. 2-week chart suggests that we're going to start pumping up for the dollar. Not a good sign for Bitcoin unless they pump together, and they may. At one point, Bitcoin might choose its cycle, and the dollar will get manipulated with whatever they want to do. And Bitcoin's not going to leave its cycle regardless. And there's a time where we could see the dollar and Bitcoin pump hard, like not just a little bit, but they could both pump hard. I'm just, even though it's highly unlikely, it can happen. I just want to make that clear. It can happen because people could be selling, people could be buying into the dollar with other currencies. So people could be like, oh, the dollar's getting strong. I'm going to sell my Japanese yen. So everyone could just start to sell a lot of other currencies throughout the world to get into the dollar. And they could be selling other currencies to get into Bitcoin. Bitcoin and the dollar could become safe havens for other currencies because they're losing so much value. And because of that, they can pump together. Even though it's highly unlikely, they can pump together. No, we have never had a huge bull run when the dollar pumped. No, it hasn't happened, but it could. So look, you got a bullish divergence on the dollar right here. Hidden bullish. It's not a good sign. This is a trade I would trade. Like this is what when I see a trade like this, I love it. I mean, that looks like, woo, accumulation time. So here we go. I mean, not a good sign on the 2-week chart, right? Weekly too as well, both getting started for a move. 3-day chart's a little overbought. That's a good sign, at least, that we could get a little bit of a struggle here. And just because those 2-week and the weekly start, I've seen them do this. They could roll over right here and we could get a massive dump. So, I'm going by probability from the on-look, but we could still see a change in behavior here. So let's see what's happening. The 4 hours very overbought in a rising wedge. But the dollar, look, Bitcoin's oversold, right, in a falling wedge. So Bitcoin wants to pump out the falling wedge. All right, I want to find it if I can, right? So Bitcoin wants to pump out of this wedge here. This one here. Hard to see right now, but look. This wedge here. 1, 2. That's a falling wedge, right? It technically is a double bottom. As ugly as it is, and you're technically, you're hitting previous resistance, right? I thought we did this so neat, and now it looks like I don't need all this tiny. Oh, that's when I'm doing the smaller time frame stuff. So I can't stand the smaller time frame, because it's like it ruins your ability to just look at the bigger time frame, I mean, so far you're kind of you are hitting a support zone. You see that? Right there. And this is a falling wedge. So here's the deal. Do we bearishly retest and get, do we get back out here? Do we bearishly retest this resistance here at 24,270? Okay. So let's get back into the dollar. Smells like perfume. I'm like, oh, my wife handed me something and she must have put perfume on. It smells so good. Women smell so good. Why do women smell so good? Like you've been on an elevator, the woman walks out and you're just sitting in the elevator and you're just like, it smells so good in here, So look, rising wedge can break to the upside, but it's overbought on the stochastics RSI. I have a video about this. I would definitely watch it, how to trade the rising wedge. So this suggests that we could break to the downside here for the dollar index as well. Roll over on the 4-hour time frame and get rejected, kind of make an M pattern here or a double top. And you kind of have a double top here. So it does look like we could drop, and then if we drop even lower. All right. So right now that's a good sign that the dollar could help Bitcoin pump. And the 1 hour is pushing up, but I bet the 15 minutes overbought. It is. In the 7-minute, it is. So how did I know that? Because Bitcoin's was oppositely correlated, and I already saw Bitcoin, so I knew where the dollar was. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. So here, double top here suggests that we do go lower to this area of 102.87. All right, and that's what I want to see. So I want to see this start to break. If we see this break up parabolically, not a good sign for Bitcoin. It means that the other. But right now, we want to see this 1 hour roll over. We don't want to see this 1 hour break above 104.54 for the dollar index. So this is kind of what we see, and I'm going to be watching this closely until that happens. All right. So good for Bitcoin if we break down out of this rising wedge. Bad for Bitcoin if we break up. However, they have been somewhat moving together, but I'm going to go over the traditional idea. So we'll just do this here. We want to see this break down to this area. That's what we want. That's what we want for Bitcoin. All right. Make a double bottom, whatever. Okay. That's what we're looking for. And with that, we'll bring you the news here at 11:30. We bring you the news every single day. We bring you the hottest 3 topics that could change the markets for the day. A lot of times the news we put out here, you'll see on other channels hours later, days later. So we're pretty spot on. And look, we had some of the top gainers of the day today in the trading group. SPA is the top gainer. And you can clearly see that I did put it out. I put out that breakout on 210, right? Falcon swap, I did not. I wish I could have called that. It fell out. Not every trade I put out plays out. I want to make that clear. All right, I'm not 100%. I'm as close as I can be, but I'm not 100%. And then ROSN. So 2 of the biggest gainers of the day, we had SPA and ROSN, and HIOD too. Let's not forget our winner for HIOD, banging on him to the upside. We put this out last night. Stop loss did not get hit in the making of this trade. I don't know why. Sometimes it should never have been that low. 16. And it went up a total of 24%, still holding a gain of 11% for HIOD. All right. And mostly it's been short coins that have been pumping, right? But they're all overbought right now. So I would watch Bitcoin closely. We're kind of at a standstill. I showed you why. We talked about the lines that are important. We talked about the areas like, can we double bottom here? Right? Still looks like a Bart Simpson head, or, it's pretty messy. I'm going to get rid of that for now. So can we double bottom here is the question. Can the 15-minute and the 7 flip the 1 hour time frame? Can the 4 hour take control? Can the 4 hour and the 22 flip the daily? And these are the questions that need to be answered. And this is what we're going to find out in the next 2 days. So get excited. Get real. A previous resistance, we're holding it here. We know we're going to go if we fall to the downside. We know what's going to happen. All right. We're going to fall to this rising wedge, which we already are, right? And we're going to break down to the beginning of the wedge at 21,400. And then we're going to go from there. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty simple. We lose this level, we go to the point of control. We lose the point of control, we hit this level. So it's like this. We lose this level, we go to the point of control at 23,000. We lose that level, we come down here to this high volume node, and we hit 21.6. We lose that level, we dabble with 20,900, 20,008. 1, 2, 3. It's pretty simple to me. All right. Stop 1, stop 2, stop 3. We could easily get a bounce here, or even there, And I'll know because we'll have a bear flag down there, or we'll make a reversal pattern. See, like, the smaller timers are going to tell us whether we break or not break those levels. Pretty simple to me. So not to worry. You know where price is going. You don't have anything to worry about. There's no fear when you have the information. There's no reason to be in fear right now, everybody. You don't need to be worried. You don't need to be scared. You don't need to live in fear at all. All right. And here we stand at 23,006. So can this falling wedge break to the upside? Can this become a double bottom? And can this be the bigger channel? Look at that. Something like this. Now I just figured that out. Like, can we end up making something like that? And then that would have a measured move to the upside to that 29,000 area. It could happen, everybody, because the 22 and the 4 could flip that daily. that's how this would occur. And we saw it happen again. I showed you the anomalies in it. So I back up the crazy thoughts I have with what I'm looking at. Let's take a look at the super chats. EFX on the 3-day after the news, all right? After the news. So let's bring down that music down. Let's bring that music down. And let's bring you the news. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all. Bitcoinist. Fake chat GPT tokens are out and about to victimize people. What you need to know. Artificial intelligence related investment scam have been all over the news recently. Hundreds of new cryptocurrencies referred to as chat GPT tokens are surfacing on a variety of blockchain networks. Clearly, scammers are taking advantage of people's interest in artificial intelligence and the excitement around the new technology to trick them into investing money, hoping to make a quick profit. So just stay away from these chat GPT tokens. They're fake, they're false. They're not real. They're fake tokens acting real. Scammers are exploiting ChatGPT's popularity to generate quick cash. Peak Shield Alert, a security analysis platform, has lately uncovered thousands of new tokens called Bing ChatGPT, tokens that use the name ChatGPT to propagate fraud. BitStars, honeypots are smart contracts that pretend to leak their funds to a random user if that person pays extra coins to the honeypot. In contrast, sales tax is the term for the amount of money that is illegally taken from the sale of a token via a malicious smart contract. Detected dozens of newly created Bing ChatGPT tokens, of which 3 appear to be honeypots and 2 have high sell tax. Of them have already dropped over 99%. So just be careful. And he tweeted them, and you can even see the addresses here. All right, and just be careful. Musk, Starry, Elizabeth, So just be careful. Don't start buying nonsense coins because they say ChatGPT. All right, not a good idea. Ethereum Layer 2 projects Polygon immutable layoff staff. We went over this the last few days that Polygon laid off a bunch of people. This is kind of old news. We went over this, I think, yesterday or the day before. DeFi protocol Anchor's token surged 70% on Microsoft and Tencent partnerships, right? DeFi protocol Anchor, right? Microsoft and Tencent. I mean, that's a big deal. Tencent is huge. So Anchor has a deal with Microsoft and Tencent, and Anchor took off yesterday, had a pretty big move. Let's take a look at Anchor Protocol, and that gets us back to the charts. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all for being here. So Anchor on KuCoin, let's take a look at it. Booming to the upside, absolutely blasting off. And honestly, it's consolidating now. Does it continue to move? Let's look at our bigger time frames. They're very overbought, right? The daily, the 22, suggests that this is going to have to come back down. The news kind of really propelled people to probably buy in a little too late. May come all the way back to the point of control, 382.5 fib. But could it continue with the frenzy? I can't trade something until the chart tells me that it's possible. I don't ever buy anything without the chart. The 1 hour suggests that this could actually get a move. But you have to know that the other time frames are high risk. 4 hours suggest a possible move still coming. And if we get a bounce on Bitcoin, it's interesting. It's high risk, high reward at this point. But Anchor could get another push up 20-40% before it makes its bigger collapse. And you never know. So I'm watching Anchor on this 15-minute flag. It could get some gains here based off the news. Just 5 likes to reach 500 likes. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you so much for that love. And everybody, I teach class every single Tuesday, 3 to 5:30, and the last Saturday of every month. If you can't make the weekday, take the last Saturday. It's $60 if you're not in the trading group. If you're in the trading group, $100 if you're not in the trading group. Jump on in today. All right? Jump on in today. And honestly, I got to keep bringing up Max Global because people don't want to pay fees. If you don't want to pay fees, Max Global, lowest spot and futures fees in the game. 0% maker fees, 0.1% taker fee. Unbelievable. So if you make a market order, you're a taker. What is a maker or a taker? If you're a market order, you're a taker because you're putting your order and you're grabbing liquidity out of it. You're like, I want to grab whatever's there. Give me. If you make a limit order, you're a maker because you make the order and you wait the order to get filled. So limit orders cost less than market orders. So when you limit order, you become the maker. You make the actual order. When you make a market order, you become the taker and you take the liquidity out of the market. All right? So just remember, maker and taker fees, baby. 0% fees in the game. I mean, you can't beat this. I'm telling you right now, you cannot beat this. Lowest in the game, MEXC Global. I just got to keep putting it out there. And link to MEXC Global in the description below. Very simple, right? Jordan, is he still? If you go here to my video, it's funny. Very simple. He's from Boston, so I always check up on him. But here, the link here to MEXC Global is right here. And I will pin this into the comment section. I'm telling you, you don't want to pay these fees. You're starting off small already. You need as least amount of fees as possible. MEXC Global will get you there. MEXC Global has you, baby. They got you. They're even doing a prize pool of 100 BTC too, which is quite interesting. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and appreciate anyone who signs up to MEXC Global. I do receive a commission. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. You're my love. Don't get it twisted, Gina. You're funny. Y'all are funny. Yeah, and I was watching that East Palestine, man. I feel so bad for those people. My heart goes out to people that can't use clean drinking water. In America. In America. People don't have clean drinking water in America. And they're being told that the water's okay. Like, come on, man. Like, what is going on with the world today? This guy is an expert. Ronald Lucy is an expert in chemical spills. He's been used as an expert witness and expert in many large-scale lawsuits. He's taking samples of the air, the water, and the soil to independently verify that the government and the Norfolk Southern are claiming. So he's going to make sure, and there may be some lawsuits coming. I'm telling you right now. He's going to get to the bottom of it. I'm pretty sure he knows. And I listened to him talk. He knows exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about how the vinyl was burned in a horrible way. Like, it wasn't burned properly. We didn't have a talk about it. We could have had scientists discuss it. Before we do something big like that, we should have panels. We should all go over all the different ideas. Where could the wind blow? How many cities could get affected? What is the weather coming out? What is going on? I mean, that wasn't even discussed. There was no forum. Where is the open forum? You know what I mean? Where is the place where we have a say on what happens to our beautiful country? It's insane. And again, Miami had a thing. A train got derailed in Michigan. Why are we getting train derailments? Why are we getting all these explosions? The chicken farms, the meat. What is happening? I'm paying attention and I'm not happy about it at all. So here it is. I'm expecting a bounce out of this falling wedge to the upside because we're holding this beautiful resistance zone. I'm expecting a bounce and a dump on the dollar index. So here, a boom here. This is my indication that I believe we're going to move to the upside. Again, we could make a bearish retest and dump. I get it. And I can see where we're going if we don't make the move. All right. The music was good until we got here. What happened? How did we end up here? How do we end up at that strange music? So, after much assessment, this is what I see happening for Bitcoin. Oversold to 15.7. All right. And we've been sideways for basically most of the screen share, most of the live stream now, since we've gone, sideways in the zone. It is what it is. All right. America seems to be getting to be the land where you think you're free. The music makes you feel like I'm playing a video game. Let's take a look at EFX on the 3-day, Phantom 3S, Maple, CFX, and Stargate Finance. All right. But I'm going to be searching through the market this afternoon, just kind of looking for coins that are in the sweet spot. Like this Yield Good Games had a huge pump. Huge pump. Oversold in the 22 now, and the daily after it retraced. Like that tells me this thing could continue. Good Games Guild, it's called. I call it Yield because it's all these guilds. But look at this. That's what's called a flag. And Bitcoin doing the same thing. So Bitcoin's flag, if we get the bounce off the previous resistance, this is going to bounce with Bitcoin, and this is going to make bacon on the beach. So I'd be watching this closely, GGG. All right. I mean, you're talking 122% gains. This is definitely a low capper. We started putting it out here. It could continue to move. And honestly, from this impulse to that, you could pull what's called a mini fib. And the mini fib says you're in the golden pocket. So I'd be watching this for a bounce to the upside here. GGG, Good Guild Games. GGG.
We're leaving.
Where are you going?
I'm going with Liberty.
What?
I'm going with Liberty and the girls.
That's it? Come on, man.
I love you.
No, don't do that to me. Don't make me rip the pots apart and all that stuff. Like, don't make me rip the pots apart.
Don't.
Like, I'm. I love you so much, baby. Safe, okay? So GGG, Good Guild Games. I like what I'm seeing here. Falling wedge, oversold. Oversold on the 22 and the daily. Momentum on the 4. Momentum on the 4 hour, right? And resetting. And look, you have hidden bullish divergence. You have swing up to swing up. You got swing down to swing down. I mean, that tells you you're going to highly likely up. I always hit Apple R or some R or whatever. And I bring up. But that's hidden bullish. All right. And I'm going to get to all the super chats. I promise. I'm going to get to every super chat. I'd be making more and more money if I just got to them quickly, but there's just so much to go over today. A lot to talk about, and I want to show you what I see. I want to show you what I see. All right? GGG on the radar. How do I do it? I don't know, but I do. Shout out to everybody here. Okay. I'm not going anywhere, Sammy. Algo, please. Bitcoin update. We'll get to it. We just did a Bitcoin update. We just did a Bitcoin update like literally a second ago. We're shorting to 19K. Let's go. The land, you think you're free. You must be talking about Canada. Oh my gosh. If they ever took, the guns away in America, the Americans would wild out. Like, you couldn't do what you did in Australia or Canada. We wouldn't allow it. We're built differently. We just wouldn't. That's not cool with us. I am so loyal to Benjamin Franklin. I'm so loyal to the founding fathers of this country. They wanted it for a reason. I grew up in Boston. I walked the Freedom Trail. I could smell Paul Revere's breath. You know what I mean? One if by land, two if by sea. Like, I grew up with the stories of revolution. I grew up in Boston. Bunker Hill, the Battle of Bunker Hill. Like, I grew up with the essence of the Minutemen. They told me the Minutemen used to shoot from the tree and then hide and then shoot. And one of us would kill like 20 of those 20 English soldiers. And again, I'm not about violence and death. I'm just going over history of the Revolutionary War, how we gained our independence, and ever since we gained it, what do we gain it from? We gained it from a totalitarian government that wanted to oppress. So our founding fathers said, what do we stop oppression? Well, we got to have guns. The people have to have guns. And that's why when they try to say, when they're always like, what do you need, all these magazines for, blah, blah, blah. Well, if the government has it, then there should be a checking entity like a civilian militia that also has it, because you can never let your government get too powerful. And that's the essence of America. Foreign and domestic, he said, against against all enemies, foreign and domestic. It's written saying that our enemies could come from within. It could be someone who's overpowering themselves with power. This is something we talk about all the time, and this is why America is that's why it's important. All right? They've also shown, I'll get into these other statistics at another time, but they've shown that when people are heavily armed, criminals are less likely to do damage. You go to a town when 90% of people are heavily armed, you think you're going to go rob that town? No, you're not. You go to a town where everyone's liberal and blah, 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 you're going to be able to do whatever the heck you want. So, you know what I mean? The criminals have it. We know the criminals have it. So that's my whole, I don't know how I got on this, but so look, this is a bit of a cup and handle, right? To the upside. I just know that anything can happen at any given time, and you can't give too much power to any single entity, because if you look in history, that's what happened, right? So the 3-day looks absolutely beautiful for EFX AI. I like what you're seeing here. We have a lot of 3 days getting ready. EFX looks good. Aura Chain looks good in the 3-day chart. Now, this could dip lower, right? You don't want it to see it lose this level, but you got a cup and handle on the 3-day chart for EFX. This could make huge moves, 124% looking at it. I would write this down. I would keep this on your radar. This is also an AI coin, so It's an AI coin that's been shot to the ground. It's on the lows. Low cap gem 2 that could make bacon on the beach. All right. So that's one there. Food distribution centers building to the ground. Burning to the ground. Nothing to see here. Yeah, like why are food distribution centers burning to the ground? America seems to be getting the land where you think, yeah, I know. If you need an update now, just rewind to the beginning real quick and then back. But I also updated it like since then. Most younger people in America nowadays are so entitled for never having to struggle or wait for anything. They don't possess the mental capacity to understand why America. Yeah, they don't understand. I agree. Sorry, I just joined. Now I missed the Bitcoin update. There are so many things I could say about the U.S. government, but best not to say. I mean, America is also the greatest country in the world. Where else can you learn so much? Where else can you start a business? Like, I like to talk about how great America is. America is the greatest country, has the most amazing people. We are the strongest. We believe in ourselves. I believe America will win, and we will come out on top. We just got to stay strong. We just got to stay strong. You know what I mean? FRGST on DEX2's new coin. Low market cap. DEX score 99. Exploding. This is what used to happen on the stream when it was crazy, right? And let's take a look at those super chats. I can't find them. Thank you so much, Sean. I love you, brother. The best crypto fam in the best country. Y'all need to stick together for a common cause. America, most amazing people? Definitely. Make your home self-sustainable. Get yourself some start freezing ice blocks and make rainwater collector. God bless you, man. Teach us how to do it in the group, man. Tell us what to do. Let's take a look at Phantom 3S, Maple, CFX, and Stargate Finance. I'll jump back into DEX tools in a second. ANKR looking pretty nice. But, you know, again, the bigger time frames say no way. So it could just kind of mill off. Just remember that. Phantom USDT.3S. Let's take a look at that puppy. I mean, you're overbought on the 4-hour time frame, you know, so it kind of tells me to be careful. Like the pump, this is the time to take profit. Like you sell at resistance. I mean, you just hit resistance. You just pumped out of this channel, you know? I don't know. I'm not a fan because the 4-hour time frame's overbought. There's your rising wedge that Bitcoin's in the same thing. Isn't that weird? It's kind of in the same. Kind of strange because they should be opposite. This looks like it's going to break to the downside out the rising wedge and the 4-hour roll over on you. Overbought on the, you know, doesn't look good. 1 hour could make a move, but it could also roll over. Looking at something like this, like, you know, it's weird. It looks like it could pump right now. 1 hour wants to pump, 15-minute doesn't, right? Yeah, so the 50 minutes kind of going sideways. So that would be the trade right there, though. This flag to the upside. Phantom 3S. And it would only be a 1 hour scalp, nothing else, nothing more. You know? And you have a resistance at 14394. Maple. Maple was a hot coin. We talked about Maple when it first came out. Haven't looked at it in a long, long time. I don't even know the best place to trade Maple. I think it was on Coinbase, right? Yeah. Did it get pounded? Wow, back to 5. I remember when Maple was hot. Went from 3 up to 8. Interesting. I haven't looked at it in a long time. Looks like it got rug pulled, you know? Oversold in the daily time frame. Maple. Maple. I mean, this thing is beat, but it's doing the old Morpheus Lab bottom. You know, I learned this from Morpheus back in the day. I mean, it's a cup and handle. It's oversold in the daily, and it's making a previous high. And look, it's likely to pump up to the what? The 200 SMA. See? this is in the next 2 weeks, this is highly likely to go up to the 200 SMA. All right. And it's holding its new support zone. So it could dip down. The problem with these is they could go all over the place and then eventually go up there. So I would watch Maple, and that gets added to the list. I just add another one, add it to the bunched up daily 200 SMA pump waiting. And that gets added to the list. Another coin likely to head up to the 200 SMA. I like what you're seeing. It took me a while to pick up what you were putting down. These take patience. I put what I'm willing to lose and just let them sit. Okay? It's a different type of trade than a swing trade where I have a stop loss in place. All right? And again, that's how I do it. You could do it differently. Everybody has a different trading style. No one's going to trade exactly the same. CFX, so you want Conflux because everyone's into it now? So you just want to know what it is, you know what I mean? It pumped up huge. It was a Chinese coin. It got really, really big pumps. I would just draw a fib on it, and I wouldn't touch it till it came back down to the 618 fib, somewhere right here at 15 cents. All right? You could also just draw, you know, these flags. You know, you got bearish divergence. Looks like it come up, come down. It might even go lower. This flag suggests it could pump. So if you're feeling risky, you could trade this flag. But the bigger time frames say that it's going to have to come home to roost. 21's far away from the 200. I'm not liking it. Look like we'll come back down here somewhere, right? And you could pull a mini fib here if you want. You could put two fibs, the mini fib and this fib. But yeah, I wouldn't chase after a coin that pumped up that high on the daily of the 22. And again, watch out. I could eat my words. It could pump up even more. So there's a chance that this flag does pump up 71%. It is touching the 21, and it could continue. All right? You're starting to get some bearish divvy. Maybe this creates the bearish divergence, though. But even here, swing up to swing up. That swings down. This whole swing up swings up. That swings down. That's bearish divergence right there. And it's starting to play out. So I'd be careful. So either you get a quick scalp on the 1 hour or the 4, or you let this 22 dump on your face. So it just got some trouble there. I got some trouble there. Oh, my baby.
The strollers on top of it.
It's funny.
I need it. It's definitely.
I know.
But I do need help.
I could build a 10 out of saran wrap thanks to YouTube. I saw somebody do that. And I could do the same thing. Sticks and saran wrap. I can live in sticks and saran wrap. You can actually put a fire in there somehow and it stays warm. The saran wrap didn't wait.
I'd like to go.
But won't the saran wrap melt, Gina? I saw the guy do it.
This is why we can't.
I saw the guy do it. I saw that same video, Gina.
What's going on?
He's living inside the saran wrap tent.
This is what's going on.
Are you criticizing the content that I'm creating?
Waiting for you to get the
Are you
strollers.
Are you criticizing the content that I'm creating?
Yes.
Get out of the room. Get out of the room. Get out of my studio. Oh, you're back. Oh, you're back. Everybody, the wonderful Miss BB Butterface. I didn't mean that.
I need help with the stroller.
I didn't mean it
I
like,
wanna go.
because they call you BB Butters when you were a kid, but
They called me.
I know, but I didn't.
Baby go. But it's over now. I have you.
I always misspeak. I didn't. My wife is not so hot Butterface. That's not that the Butterface. The hottest thing on my wife is her face. You know what I mean? I love my wife. Guys, people misspeak when they run their mouth for hours. Never want to call up. All right, I'm going. Shout out to the wifer. You guys are so silly. You don't know. I do so much for my wife. She wants me to. We went on a trip. We had to put the stroller above the car inside this compartment. She can't get the stroller out, but she needs the stroller. Right? Nah, I'm not in the dump. My wife loves me, man. I treat my wife so well, man. Baby boss, such a cutie. Yo, she is a boss, that little baby. She is a baby boss, man. Someone will be making up all day. Nah, me and my wife. Babe, tell them that you love me and everything's fine. They think I made a mistake. They just think I was like, number one, they think I'm rude for not helping you. Tell them that it's okay. Like, you're gonna leave. It's fine. I'm gonna
Sam is not rude.
tell them
at all.
I'm a good man. Like,
He's beyond a good man.
tell them like
He is so amazing.
I shouldn't have to ask for this.
No, I know. You shouldn't. He literally
What's the nicest thing
never
I did for
says
you
no
recently?
to me. He bought me flowers on Valentine's Day.
He pushes nice clothing and jewelry on me all the time. He never says no. If I say I'm really hungry and I wish I had something sweet to eat, he's gonna go to the store. Like, he is an incredible husband, father, and human being. I love you so much.
Thank you so much.
Now help me with the stroller.
All right, you got what you want. I got what I want. All right. So you can see, you know, we got a good relationship going. We got a good thing going. 4-hour time frame on Stargate Finance says it could continue here after this melee fall off. 22-hour could continue up to the daily. I like this. I like this because the bigger time frames have reset nicely and you're kind of holding above the zone. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing continued. There seems to be some FOMO for this. I would watch Stargate closely. Seems to be some FOMO for Stargate. 22's overset too as well. Worth watching. 22-hour time frame oversold. Then I got to get all wet and get out there. No, I'm just messing. Nice day outside too. Bing bong. And that should be it. I mean, that should be it. Sam, blink twice if this is a hostage situation. Save me. I desire no dubbage. Yeah. Right? Don't we all, though? We're still holding the zone, man. I'm expecting a bounce, but anything is possible. I'd like a nicer bullish divergence. You got a slight bullish divvy here. Not amazing, though. Still don't really have the divergence that I want. Not strong enough yet, but we're holding. The support of resistance is beginning to hold. All right, everyone, you know the levels we're going to go to if we lose. All right, let's break it down one more time for you in case you need it. I get it. I needed it all the time. So look, we lose this level. We come to the point of control here at 22,923K. We lose that level. We have a little notch of stopping action at 23.3. We're likely to go to 21.5. All right, and if we get to there, we'll reinvent. We'll show you where our next levels are. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. We can't hold this double bottom. We go to 22,009, 23K. Point of control. Then it's 22.5, and then it's 21,005. All right, those are the levels that you're watching. Spaces are left for Saturday, Life Revision Trading Course, February 25th at 9 a.m. Jump on into class today. Change your life. All right? Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life, baby! Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to everybody here. I love you all. The love is real. The energy is real. And I can't wait to see you on the next live stream tomorrow at 10 a.m. Ready to go. Bang, bang, bang. We have another stream tonight at 8 p.m. where I'm interviewing and talking about topics that are important to you tonight with the price report with Miss Teen Crypto. I can't wait to see you there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We're going to celebrate her birthday. She's turning 20 years old 2 days ago. We're going to wish her a big birthday. We're going to have a blast. I can't wait. Shout out to everybody here. I love you all. Have a wonderful time. Be safe. And again, crypto is life. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. I'll keep doing everything I can for you. And together, we are the Livers. I love you all. Have a great day. God bless each and every single one of